Yeah, hello, this is Patrick Bean, and I'm here with Mr. Jamal Hart, concert promoter, learning support teacher, uh, former top athlete, a man of many hats, jackets, and colors. But you got something big going on in the music scene. Can you talk to me a bit about this Catch a Fire uh, promotion that's honoring the original queens of the dance hall?
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Bean. Yeah, so taking place on June the 1st is my annual Catch a Fire old school dancehall event. And basically the event is centered around honoring and recognizing the contributions of veteran reggae dancehall artists while they're still alive. Basically giving them their flowers while they're still alive, right? And so last year, persons may recall King Jammy's graced our shores for the first time, and he was duly recognized for his contributions to the reggae rhythms that he's produced over many years. Um, Coming along with him was Little John, Johnny Osborne, and Lieutenant Stitchie. So this year, it was decided that, hey, okay, we've recognized and honored the king. Now let's recognize and honor the queens, or a queen. In this case, here, it's going to be two persons coming, and you mentioned earlier. So we have Lady G, a veteran of some 30 years in the industry, along with the original dancehall queen, Sister Nancy, aka Mama Nancy, right? And so they'll be coming, and they'll be accompanied by um, my good buddy coming back again, Little John, along with a top sound system from out of Jamaica, the Year to Year sound, Metro Media, right? We do have a surprise guest that will also be gracing the shores, and we're very excited about the whole lineup, but even equally excited about the special guest. So this year we're definitely taking it to a next level. You know, it's all about levels. Each year trying to get better than the previous, and we feel that we've put together a solid lineup that will be one of a nostalgic moment for persons that came out of the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, going to reggae parties, wherever it may be around the island. Um, and the mere fact that they'll be able to hear and see live artists of quality product. So again, you know, June the 1st, Catch a Fire under the mega tent at the National Sports Center. That's where it's all going to be taking place. And it's going to be a very nostalgic moment and a high energy, vibesy, pure entertainment event.
Okay, why did you choose to honor women at this point?
Well, again, based on the fact that we did King Jammies, right? Every king needs a queen, and vice versa. So interesting enough, I was actually scheduled. I was bringing those persons here back in 2020, but I had them all lined up for 2020. But as we all know, you know, the world went and shut down for a couple of years, and it never took place. But it was always my passion and my desire to bring them here, and especially being a huge fan of all of them. Um, and naturally, you know, Sister Nancy being the more popular one, um, in the sense that, you know, her song "Bam Bam" is known world over, right? I just felt it was important to recognize the contribution that the women have made to the dancehall arena, because they came up in an era whereby, you know, it was heavily a male dominated arena.
Mhm.
And you know, but they held their own against some formidable opponents, and you know, fellow artists. So it's only right that they be recognized for what they have contributed to the dancehall reggae scene.
Okay. Okay. Now you've been in the promotion business for quite some time. What drives Jamal Hart to to continue to do this? Because you're not just into concert promotion. You've done so many things in your lifespan. Um, you've chaired the Kappa committee that's put on the Kappa Classic. You're currently a learning support teacher at Cedar Bridge. You've been a property development officer, um, a buyer specialist, a manager, a logistics manager at Belco. What keeps you going, and how have all of these aspects of your life contributed to what you do today?
Thanks for that. Basically, uh, my upbringing for starters, right? Um, Both my mom and my father instilled in myself and my brothers, you know, that passion, that drive, that independence, and that determination to go for what we have a love and a passion for, right? And for me, it's definitely all about the love, doing it for the love, i.e., versus the likes, and having been had the opportunity to be introduced at a very young age um, in Jamaica
Mhm.
to a number of artists, right? It's just always been something that I've had an interest in. And like you duly pointed out, I have been involved in several different committees, different organizations, and put on and been a part of putting on fairly big events. You know, at my time at Department of Tourism, you know, the Bermuda Festival, that's by far the biggest. Um, with my fellow fraternity brothers, the Kappa Alpha Psi Bermuda Alumni Chapter, you know, we've brought in the baby faces, the Brian McKnights, um, you know, the Jews, just to name a few. And these have all been some very big events, right? So for me, I always wanted to do something on my own, having had the experience of being schooled and taught the trade by some of the best.
Right.
And for me, it's a case of like also like giving back and or creating an event that I knew that um, persons in my age bracket, older and slightly younger, would appreciate and want to come out and enjoy themselves. You know, because let's face it, we grew up in an era, those persons that went to high school in particularly in the 80s, right? Pretty basically caught the wave of the reggae movement, you know, um, and was basically just saw the rise of it from the foundation level, basically Scar, and then coming into the reggae scene, and you know, having to endure the loss of the greatest, you know, Bob Marley in the early 80s, and then to just to see the actual explosion of the dancehall music take off, you know, um, and then eventually crossing over into the mainstream America in the early 90s. And by that time, Bermuda already had a good 10, 15 plus years of reggae music. So it was nothing new to us. We were actually veterans to the you know the musical genre. And it's just one that has always captivated me, you know, and being grounded in the foundation is what has definitely been the thing that I've enjoyed the most about the whole reggae music, you know, the true vibes and cultural meaning of this here incredible music.
Okay. Only got a few seconds left. If you can, in maybe 30 seconds, there's something special going on with this special guest. Now, it's some kind of promotion whereby people, if they can guess who the special guest is.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Up until the end of March, which is that's another like what 10, 12 days away. There are a list of names out there that 7 names. Basically, we're talking about selecting either Wayne Wonder, Tony Rebel, Yellow Man, Shabba Ranks, Super Cat, Beanie Man, and Weenie Wonder, right? One of those persons will be coming to Bermuda to participate in the honoring of the 2 dancehall queens, right? So it's a case of, and then if you guess correctly, you'll be entered into the draw to win 2 VIP tickets.
Okay.
So again, it will be the special guests will be revealed on April the 1st, and the winners will be notified on appropriately on Mother's Day.
Okay. Okay. Good job. Thank you for that, Jamal. I appreciate chatting with you.